The next day the air was cool as he went farther north, among broad fields and rock outcroppings. On a long downward slope he saw movement far ahead. Growing still, he came to a crouch and sat on his heels. He broke a wand of timothy and placed it in his mouth. The cut tasted airy and dry. He pressed the stem between his teeth, feeling the tiny tube collapse as he bit at the fray. Ahead, the motion he detected delighted him. A red fox, more gray than red, on the hunt for mice. 4 pups in the grass behind her. He strode to a nearby knoll where a copse of miniature birch gave shade. As he set down his bedroll and satchel, he leaned his gun over them. He'd sold his saddle for almost nothing. He was glad not to carry it now. He put his back against the narrow bole of a tree and put his legs out straight. The afternoon sun gave a white-yellow glow. There were endless undulations of land ahead of him. The fox and her pups were at play in the fields below, the pups by turns tumbling over and under each other, their yips and high-toned growls intermixed with occasional yowling. With arched back and stiff forelegs, the mother pounced, nose down, flipping a mouse over her head. Zion snorted to see her eat her quarry first before catching mice for her brood. Her coat bore a hint of scarlet. The kits were grayish-black, their ash-tipped tails like plumes that bounced at their backs. He watched for a long while before the foxes went their way, and he rose with the sun's descent to find a level spot to lay out his bedroll. He gathered dry grass and brush, cow chips, and a little wood and built a fire. He held his knees in his arms as the sky darkened from blue to black. A hard crescent moon hung high in the southeast. He thought of his mother and her way with God. Zion laid himself down with his chest to the fire. He had seemed cleaved in two, but today he was undivided. He rolled his boots for a pillow, crossed his arms over his chest, and slept like a dead man. At sunrise, when he brought the fire up and set bacon to butter in the cast-iron skillet, the fox ascended the rise, tentative but intent. The young ones followed closely, but when they tried to move ahead, she nipped at their shoulders. He drew a larger brick of bacon from the wax paper in his satchel and threw it on the skillet, the last of his store. He sat on his heels and let them come. For a moment, as she topped the lip of the knoll, she put her nose high and sniffed. The pups mimicked her. He took the pan from the fire, set it on the ground. He waited. She stared. She was not the length of a man away. He drew forth a thick strip of bacon, then placed it on the flat surface of a half-buried lichen-covered stone in front of him. He averted his gaze. Nose down, she crept forward. He remained still. She snatched the bacon and retreated, and the pups scattered over the lip as she gulped the bacon whole. He took another strip, tearing it in 3 pieces. He set the pieces in a triangle on the stone. Again he averted his eyes. She came on with greater haste this time. Her skulk of kits followed her. She paused only for a moment, then stepped forward and took each piece delicately and ate. Only an arm's length away now, she lay down with her nose on her paws. Her 4 kits lay beyond her. He put the pan back on the fire and let the bacon heat again. The kits inched forward. Gray-bodied and thin, black in the forelegs, black behind the ears, they watched him with their mouths closed. He placed a strip of bacon out for each of them, and they ate ravenously. He fed them this way until all the bacon was gone. Then he stretched out on his bedroll, watching them descend into the field until they entered a crease in the land and were gone. He remained 2 days, but they did not return. He had only canned beans and salted crackers in his satchel. On the 3rd day, he slung his bedroll to his back and took up his rifle. He walked north to Wolf Point and the train.